Alrighty,
You have
welcome,
no
welcome,
idea.
welcome. It's your host, Double Abyss is Fire, and I'm here with Susie Q and Longshot from my alliance on voice
What's
chat.
up?
But I want to talk about a very, very interesting topic that everybody is missing the point when they decided to cut the DZ to scheduled 4 hours, right? Scheduled 4 hours? That part down.
I was five.
Might be five. Either way, scheduled
Is it
five.
seven midnight?
I'm about to explain why they went wrong completely with that, by the way. So, a fun fact before we get too far into this: what time does the average American get off of work? No long shot.
I don't.
Susie Q, you
Give me 5 p.m.
7 p.m. to 7:30. Okay. So on our server, they decided to pick 7. Okay. Well, when they get home, they turn around and have to do what? Most of the time, I would say. They have to eat. That. Then another hour. Hello there. How you doing, next? So if you end up, let's say 8, 9 o'clock, what? Really want to go into DZ at 9 o'clock? Not most of us. By 10 o'clock, we want to go to bed. Okay? Another problem with this whole fact. Average American video game player plays what? How many hours per week? Long shot?
Average? I don't know.
Susie Q?
Show me 10.
8.5
Show me 10.
hours a week. So you want to turn around and have us do DZ for an hour on top of all our daily stuff, which is fine. After we cooked our dinner, fed our kids, put them to bed, just before we go to bed, which is why we were doing it early in the morning on purpose, and most alliances were ones I've reached out and talked to and everything. Reborn only actually did twice a week, and they just had a vote within their alliance on what was the average time. We kind of did the same thing with our alliance. What we did was took a poll. So I kept track of the mornings, and Longshot kept track of the evenings. And while we started doing it in the mornings, we had more people. Sense. The server merge on top of this. Bad. All right. Let's say, on average, there was 200 alliances in each server. Right?
Okay.
So we have 800 alliances now in one server. Let's say if they average 20 people per alliance, you're looking at 16,000 people you want in DZ in 5 hours. That makes sense. That sounds catastrophic.
Especially with only 3 channels.
Yeah, we only have 3 channels and everything else. Although I'm blue, I'm making a point. I want to make the DZ time should have never been shortened at all. It should have stayed throughout the day.
Yeah, especially if they're adding more people with the merge. You get a lot more opportunities for people to face each other.
On top of that, they decided to add a new character, which turns around and makes people want to play the game and brings in new people. That's what they wanted, right? So the new people. Great. Great. What happens when you hit level 100? You beat Maestro. What do you have to do before you go to Dark Domain?
Go to Dark Zone.
Gotta go to Dark Zone. That sucks for somebody that literally can't be on during those 5 hours ever. Anybody wants to know how I know that's possible? Station Wolf in our alliance. Literally cannot make Dark Zone because he's always at work. That's how it is. So, is that going to be good for the new player? This point? Not good for the new player at all. Game, and they realize they can't go anywhere. Might move to another character for a couple days, but they're going to realize that it just sucks because I can't even play the whole because you left Dark Zone. Like I said a long time ago, shouldn't be having to do duels with our alts. Shouldn't have to do certain things with our alts. Again, we shouldn't have to do Dark Zone with our alts. We've already done it with one character. Shouldn't have to do it. So on top of the 16,000 people you want in there, you want them to kill each other. That's fun. I would like to see all 16,000 people in our server and see if it even holds up to 16,000 people being in that server at one time. Because I don't think it will. But with the Dark Zone, they also got to take into account, and it's not just our server that's having this issue, it's multiple servers having this issue. If they join the game late, they picked a server, something like that, it's the wrong time zone. Right. So we got people that they can't be in Dark Zone because it's at 2 in the morning to 7 in the morning. It's at 1 in the morning to 6 in the morning. Yeah, I mean, that person is going to be able to fill an alliance, be okay, go into Dark Zone. That sounds wonderful for his time period when it's going to be fighting the people that are awake. If I would have known they were going to go to a 5-hour, I would have picked a different server. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I would have picked a different server. I would have picked one that literally put it in the morning for me. It would have been better for anything. I don't know why the game literally didn't do a survey on, hey, what times would each server like to be open? I wanted to know what we looked forward to on the update. Wouldn't have been that hard to ask the community, what time do you want Dark Zone open? As a free-to-play person, I'm not going to complain about this game very much. Hardly at all. I'm actually going to defend the game more than anything. It's a fun game. It's a great game. What you've done with Dark Zone is frustrating. And not on a standpoint that I'm dying in Dark Zone. I don't really care that I'm dying in Dark Zone. I care that I'm literally taking up my family time in the evening because you made me. And that sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. I mean, to you guys, it sounds ridiculous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the forced time.
Yeah. I mean, if they took the forced time away, I think it would fix the issue anyway. I understand they want us all in there to fight and everything else, and yes, they put crystals in there to earn the drive for it.
Well, that same incentive to go in was already achieved by doing the double points at those certain times.
Correct. I mean, why?
That's when everybody would go in.
I don't even know if the double point. Yes, one double point one. Fit in the time slot that they decided to pick. That's right. I don't know. I'm gonna open it up to floor. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts. I mean, in reality, I want to hear thoughts on this. I don't think it's fair to anybody the way it's set up right now. and not by a gaming standard. It's literally just because they chose the time slot. That's my biggest problem with it. Or level cap. Oh no, a higher level is not going to fix that situation anyway.
No, a level cap's not going to do anything because the biggest problem is that everybody's going in at the same time. Well,
Yeah, and they
and yes, while we don't care that we're dying as much because hey, that's going to happen.
Right.
You know, we speaking personally as an alliance, we're not a PvP alliance, and this is a PvP mode, and that's what they want. That's fine.
no, but I mean,
Totally
we
fine.
made it work. We made it work in a PvP alliance for, I don't know, a month, over a month.
Yeah.
Worked just fine for us.
The issue is that everybody is forced to go in for those 5 hours, and with different time zones because we do grab people from other servers and have brought them over to this server because they enjoy us as content creators, as players. So we have an alliance member in Belgium. You know,
Alliance member
it's
in
what
Australia. And
Yeah.
Belgium is 6 hours ahead. Australia is 14 hours ahead. That's
Yeah, try making that work all in one time.
right.
So we're having to team up with other alliances just to participate in Dark Zone.
Oh, we'll
Which is
make
not,
it work.
I assume. No, my point is, I assume that's not what they wanted. I assume they want us to fight, but we're not gonna fight a losing battle.
No, because we're already irritated before we even start. Because of the time. I sure as hell don't like my wife sitting here telling me, hey, you need to put your phone down. Hey.
Yeah.
Phone down. Get away from the computer. Yeah, I know. Normally this is not my gaming time. Sorry.
I've got two issues with it. I don't like that they've got an agenda that they are cramming down our throat. They're telling us how they want us to play it, how they want everybody else to play it, and then they're saying, okay, go. Let's watch you kill each other. I don't like that. And
Right.
then the second part is I don't like that they've made missions based off of points that you can gather, which is 100% based off of how other people are reacting. It becomes not, a game that you can sit down and play on your own anymore. It has to be a collaboration, or you're never going to get those missions done with collecting the points.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I got, me and Longshot ended up getting so many other people from different servers and stuff is because we had an alliance that worked together in Dark Zone. Now, counterproductive for me right now. It really is.
We really don't see the point of participating in Dark Zone unless we have backup.
Yeah.
Unless we get another alliance to be in there with us, it's a losing battle. And I understand the PvP aspect. You want us all to fight, and that's part of PvP. But I'm not going to sit here and waste my time on a mode that frustrates me because I can't get anywhere with it.
Right. Because when you die, you don't get part of that boss.
You don't get the rewards if you tag a prime, if you run and gun, right? Because we tried.
We tried.
We tried. We tried this mode. If you tag a prime or you tag a mini, and you get sniped 2 or 3 times. No, if you get sniped once, you have to go back and tag that mini or tag that prime, and guess what? You get sniped again.
Yeah, because it
have to
resets it
keep
now,
doing
guys. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when you
It's
tag
always
it,
reset.
no, before it didn't. It you could die, and it literally kept your damage on that boss.
Oh no. Oh, you know what?
Now
Actually, I think
it
I'm.
You
literally,
didn't go back to the headquarters.
yeah, no, yeah. If you go back to the headquarters, it resets. But the thing is
No,
now if
you're.
you die, that damage goes away.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I proved it last night.
You have to re-tag every death.
After every death.
Yeah,
Did you
and
test that
Last night.
last night?
I noticed that too. That I wasn't getting points when
I'm not getting
I would
points from the
tag,
ones
die,
I
and wait
tagged
for them.
once and then died at a different boss.
It's even worse.
Yeah, it's you.
So even if you don't want to participate in the PvP, if you just want to run and tag targets for the crystals, which is essential for a free-to-play player,
Right.
you can't even do that. So why would you even bother with Dark Zone?
Right.
Like honestly, why would you bother with Dark Zone if you can't even like go into tag targets to get crystals, which you desperately need as a free-to-play player?
For 6 cards or 7 cards and get out. 7 cards.
Because if you want to play PvP, there's Omega War and there's Dimension Duel.
Right.
But that's the only place that you can get crystals for killing targets.
Which is awesome, by the way. We're not complaining about that.
I love that.
The
No, I love that. I love that I can't. I don't love that I can't do it.
because I will tell you what's going to happen at Marvel if explosive. I'm going to teach people how to take advantage of it and how to design multiple alliances to work together. You can. It's just you have to have full contact with them. So I'm literally going to have them all in my voice chat. So
Which we're already doing.
coordinating it. I mean, it's actually quite possible to do it, and I can almost do it up to 3 different alliances, up to 25 people in each alliance. In
It's
one
crazy
zone.
the amount of coordination and
Yeah.
teamwork that is required to actually make this successful. I mean, the average person is not doing this.
Correct. The average
No.
person won't have a chance. That's another problem.
The average
person
is not going into Dark Zone.
the average adult, and I would say most of your money makers or whales are adults, by the way,
Yes.
work until 7 to 7:30 at night. Okay. Then they probably
When
have to
Dark Zone
feed their kids, get them ready for bed, stuff like that. Then they have their wind down time, which is usually about an hour. Okay, so they play this game for an hour. They're not going to do Dark Zone that whole hour then. It's not.
Because it's not a relaxing mode.
It's not. No. I mean, you already have the world chats are just completely toxic anyway. Just imagine Dark Zone and location.
And I want to reiterate something.
Yeah.
We don't complain about this game.
No, we don't. I am
For
the
us to have
alliance.
something to say,
My alliance
bad.
complains to me and Longshot. It's a phone game.
Yeah.
That's our response for 90% of the bad thing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually a crucial thing you want people to do. You want made new people when they just join the game. So if little Timmy decides to start Marvel, and let's say he's lives in Europe, and he's playing in Stark City because that's his favorite streamer, that's the scenarios you guys aren't looking at. Little Timmy will
Right.
never be able to do Dark Zone because he's literally on the wrong side of the world and he's in bed by then. That's not fun for little Timmy. It's not fun for Timmy's parents either. You guys think that's just one complaint? Look at forums. It's all over it. Bad. Yes, a lot of people are focusing on, oh, they want the PvP back and everything. I don't want the PvP back. I don't care if the PvP back. That actually has nothing to do with it. Everything has to do with it is you want 16,000 people in 3 channels. Saying you want a war. You'll get a war, but until we learn to work together. In reality, I don't like time slot. That's my problem. The whole thing is time slot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the biggest problem.
I mean, because if it was a wider time zone, you're right, people would take advantage of it. Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? I'm free to play. Yeah, I'd take advantage of it. And if that was the reason why you lowered the time slot, though, you failed at looking at the big picture of things. Really did. You guys got anything? Chat?
Yeah, I want you to talk about how this is not just a free-to-play component. How this also affects the spenders.
Oh, okay. So how this affects? Well, I mean, one, I don't know what time zone half those spenders are in, and yes, all those spenders have jobs. That's why I pointed out the whole average American getting off and everything. You know, the Wales wise, how it's going to affect them is when free to play gets thrown or pushed out of DZ. What happens to a game when free to play players quit and the whales are all by themselves? They're bored. It's actually
You have
detrimental
Omega.
enough to kill the game. That's why I wanted to bring it up. That's why I'm having this discussion. This could kill the game. This is a big moment. Just like Omega War was a big moment. And when you guys turned around, you fixed it, you tiered it off, and then you power tiered it after level 100. Perfect job. You guys did a good job. I can't complain about it very much. I am a little disappointed about this whole time slot. Definitely. Wasn't paying attention to our server when you picked it. I know that for a fact. The free-to-play alliance, or the alliances that weren't sticking together, went to PvE, and we had 3 or 4 different people running that at different times during the day, but they always chose the morning and the noonish one. So
Yeah.
Never heard anybody really in the evening go, "Hey, let's do a." So no, not in our world. Still trying to figure out the math on getting 1,600 or 16,000 people to go into 3 channels of Dark Zone though.
Where are you getting these numbers? Where are you getting these?
Okay, like I said, if there was an average of 200 alliances in each server, say we had 200 alliances, and then if we averaged 20 people in each alliance, well, I'm undershooting it by a lot, by the way.
Yeah.
So you get your 800 times 20, 16,000 people. That's what they moved into one server. Like I said, I'm probably under the number. I mean, I knew that's about what they were moving in. Started the merge. That was fine. Before we were in top 10. Now we're in, are we?
Top 20. We're 18.
That's impressive for free to play. Hugely impressive.
18 and 9.
I don't know. Any other insights? Like I said, time bosses. It's about every minute and a half they actually respawn, and about every 30 seconds for a small boss. If wanted to do 2 or 3 alliances, if you did 3 alliances, you can move counterclockwise all the way around the map and leave the middle boss alone. It actually works. Just leave one in the middle. One in the middle will make you guys conflict and kill each other. 2 alliances, you can go to the top of the map and the bottom of the map. I'm probably going to end up showing you guys this later in videos on how to get around what's going on in DZ. The only thing I can't get around is literally my alliance showing up. Schools
And not
first.
From the lack of commitment.
Yeah. No, it's not
Right,
lack of
it's
commitment.
not from lack of commitment. Yeah. It's literally just a time slot.
Yep. That's all it is. You picked literally dinner time for the average American.
We had at least 12 people showing up for the morning.
Yep. There was a good routine. We had it going. Great. We got comfortable. Got stripped. That's okay. You're right. I should have had Station here for this because I'm sure he thought of something else on.
You know, Julie, I think is he working today?
Yeah, he works on Fridays.
Yes, he works Friday.
Yeah, we're an alliance that cares about our people. By the way, schedules. It's amazing. But as my alliance and everything is concerned, we are trying to figure this out with a couple other alliances. So if you want to go get your cards for the next couple days, go ahead. It's gonna be rough. It's just I'm trying to make it where it's gonna be a lot less painful. Still gonna be painful, but not gonna be as bad. We're not giving up on Dark Zone. I'm literally just trying to figure out
A way to actually participate in it.
a way where we can live more than 5 minutes at a time. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
5 minutes is generous.
Yeah, don't. Hang on 1 second.
And that's another thing I want to point out. This is not just complaining about dying. This is fundamentally, I'm fine with dying. What I'm not okay with is, sorry, I'm also playing the game while having this conversation. What I'm not okay with is losing my rewards because I'm dying that quickly.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, the other thing that, oh my gosh, Netmarble's not looking at is Omega Flight. What is it?
We must part.
Just what?
Just whales. That's one thing.
Generally, it's just what?
What's another thing about Omega Flight? there's a huge reason why they're not complaining about DZ right now.
I don't know.
The power level's too high.
Didn't really change for them. They didn't have a server merge. They didn't have anything. Nothing changed. Yeah, the time changed for them. That's it. I mean, most of those streamers drove out half of their people anyway, just because of they wanted to merge alliances and stuff like that. But Omega Flight merge with any server. They're still stuck with the same amount of people that are still there. If that's who you're going to take your complaints from, hopefully they complain about this time slot thing, but it's not going to affect them as much because they're not after crystals. That's their baby, that's their beta, that's their go-to for their complaints. But no, I'm gonna keep this running. Everything else, if you guys think of anything, let it go. I'll probably do this stream for another hour and a half. I'll give it 2 hours. I would like to hear somebody tell me what they did was actually good, or I want somebody to tell me how the time slot was beneficial. I mean, justify it, because I still can't justify it.
Yeah, it just feels like they're coming out and saying, you didn't do this right, here, let us help you.
Right. We were doing it right. Talking about an alliance that was literally getting close to 50 a day. Now can't live long
If
enough
they
to
wanted
kill
this,
one person.
if they wanted this to, I'm sorry.
No, you're
If
good.
they wanted this to be a PvP only mode, they shouldn't have given this PvE channel to start with. And I think they're trying to fix that because they took those away.
Yeah. No, and I mean, if they wanted it to be a PvP only mode, take the monsters out of it. Put higher points.
Take the targets out. Yeah.
Take targets out. Take trash mobs out. Take them out. Tell me I get 10 crystals every time I kill somebody. Oh boy. As a free-to-play player, I'll be in there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But at least I know my objective.
No. But here's the thing about that, though. If they wanted to do, they already have 3 exclusive PvP modes. They have Dimension Duel, Omega War, and Alliance Omega War. If you want to group up with some random, you got Omega War.
Yep.
If you want to group up with an alliance and have an alliance versus alliance fight, you've got Alliance Omega War. You might not group, but you might not fight the alliance you want to fight if you've got some beef or what have you.
Right.
But you've got those modes. Dark Zone is the only one that still has PvE elements, but you're trying to tell me that it's only PvP?
Definitely just made it where free-to-play won't ever see it again.
If you want it to be fully PvP, take out the targets. Take out the little guys. Just the regular enemies. If you want it to be fully PvP, make it fully PvP.
Right.
The channels are not indicative of what you're going to find if there's still targets there. If there's still most wanted targets there.
No, because then I'm
By the
fine
way-
just telling my alliance that guess what? It's not worth it. Just not worth it. Going to Dark Zone.
By the way, upside to that, I love that the Dark Zone targets can count toward the activity log.
Yes,
I
do
really
like
appreciate that.
Glad they did that after I already finished the activity. But good job.
Well, yeah, don't rush to finish things. Maybe they'll make it easier for you. No,
I-
you're right.
I just
Um,
don't think they expected somebody to play as much as I did. So,
Right. Yeah, this is somebody that has 1,300 hours in the game, not including AFK farming. We actually did the math yesterday.
if you really want to go check the math, go watch all my videos. Because the only videos I didn't record was AFK farming.
And you know what? That's actually because I was actually undershooting. I said 60 instead of 75 days, so that's actually undershooting how much you go.
Yeah.
You basically put in 2 months' time in 4 months.
Yeah.
It's like if you play 2 months straight.
And I'm not
No
tired of the
sleep.
game. I love the game. Dude. Most people would be tired of the game. No. There's something for me to do every day. Every day. Happy about that. Actually, I was really shocked when I seen that it was 8.5 hours average for a gamer. By the way, it was the average American that plays phone or plays games. I went with gamer. The average gamer is
Yeah.
only 8.5 hours a week. That sounded really low
That's-
to me.
Yeah. That's like one playthrough of Heavy Rain a week.
Right.
Or one playthrough of like a Call of Duty campaign a week.
It's 2 matches of Fortnite.
2 matches of Fortnite a week.
No, I mean 2 matches a day. Break it down per day.
2 matches.
Which is probably about right for most kids that are in school doing their
Right.
homework, doing all that stuff. They probably only get hour and a half of game time a day.
You're an adult that can commit your entire life to games. It's what you do.
Yep. Full
You
send
are
it.
not the average.
No. But that's
With that being said,
the
you
average
are
is the problem.
one of
I mean,
the most-
with them picking the times. Now,
Yeah.
if that's the average per day, the Dark Zone doesn't make sense. It made sense before.
That being said, with all the hours that you put in, you are qualified, and I might even say overly qualified to talk about topics like this because you truly understand the game.
No, I sat in
And
DZ
you do
for an hour last night and literally counted mobs, and then I did the math and broke it down. So then I could try to make it easier on my alliance for DZ. Because I love math. And if I can make it make sense in math, I can word it well enough. Longshot can actually word it to the alliance on what I'm trying to say.
Starting to bore me.
if he can explain it to me, then I can explain it to everybody else. But he's got to try really hard, dude,
A
Yeah.
brilliant idea. You treacherous.
because
Thanks
I
to
don't
you,
love math.
Malekith, I am one step closer to my rightful place. On
Otherwise,
Midgardia's
great job.
throne.
Training grounds, great job.
Loki,
Training grounds is
what
great.
is the meaning of this?
Still falling for my
Magic's
tricks
really
after
cool.
all these ages, brother.
Update was
Tis no
cool.
wonder why your beloved
Oh, good.
hammer
Update?
abandoned
I mean,
you.
overall,
Now,
update
if
good.
you'll
Dark Zone.
excuse me,
Dark
No.
Zone.
I have a realm
No.
to conquer.
I mean, do the little survey like you normally do and say what time each server wants it to be and go with that. Can't be that hard to change that time.
If you, again, I can't stress this enough. If you want full PvP, just make it full PvP. Don't just call it a PvP channel.
Yeah.
Take the most wanted targets out of it. Take the environmental enemies out of it. And just make it PvP. But I'm pretty sure you won't see the full our full alliance. And you might see one or two of it.
Yeah.
You won't see all. There's just no point. I want
I mean,
crystals, I can get them.
The quick fix is literally open it back up to the full day. Go back to our double points and everything else, because the double points actually made it fair for free to play. Really did.
Because we were on the PvP channels the whole time, just getting targets.
Right.
And people
We got
left
messed
us
with
alone.
sometimes, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Why? Because I did my homework and I figured out the times, and I got permission from certain people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think Netmarble knows how much the #1 alliance runs the server.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like having the most wanted criminal in a prison. Yeah. Who runs the prison? 90% of the time, I could say the most wanted criminal is the guy I need to know.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't go up and punch the biggest guy in the yard in the face. You don't do it.
It can't be that hard to just pick different times. The time just didn't make sense,
Asgard, Midgardia.
especially for our server. We're all morning people. If these guys were all afternoon people and evening people, then fine. Sure, that's why you had 3 different times a day you could go into Dark Zone. Double points. I don't even care if they bring the double points back. Just give us our whole day back.
Just open it back up and give us more chance.
My alliance needs
With
a
the
chance
population of
to
people.
be a group, go into Dark Zone to do exactly what you want. I need more alliance members to join.
And I need more places to go. Because if I'm getting sniped, because everybody's filling up the 3 channels, and no one wants to, they could blame us and be like, well, you don't have to negotiate with other alliances. True, but if you want us to participate, that's what we're going to have to do.
Correct. That's what it comes down to. I mean, as free to play, we know we're at a disadvantage. We will fully admit that.
Yes. Clearly at a disadvantage. I mean, the top guy on our server is ranked 300 with, 2.5 million power on each character, 2.1?
Somebody go find a different whale bigger than mine. My server whale.
Noble hero.
I'll show you guys.
Can you pull him up?
Yeah,
Pull 'em
I'll
up.
pull 'em up. This is what we have to deal with. Okay? This is what we have to deal with.
This guy needs to be your best friend. If you're going anywhere, he needs to be your best friend.
Yeah.
And guess what? We know all these guys. We talk to these guys regularly.
Yeah. Just needs fixed.
Because we're not here to step on any toes. We just need to get what we came for, and we're gone. Your quick fix, Glenn, Devil, you suggested a quick fix. I'll suggest another one. Just make it what it was.
Sure.
give us the option to either farm the targets that you still have in there or make it PvP. Because there will be people that go in and do PvP stuff. Obviously. Especially with the new server, with the server merge.
Nope.
You don't even have to differentiate channels, but you definitely need more of them.
Yeah.
Because
That
you're
Marvel
right,
can go
16,000 is
back, look.
on the low end.
Yeah, it's on the low end. I'm sure there was more than 200 alliances. I was just, yeah, I was just like, whatever, you know, maybe.
Even lowball. Do the top 100 alliance. Maybe just the top 100.
Still got 8,000 people.
Yeah. I'm glad you did that, Matt, because I would have been so far.
Sounds terrible, but 8,000 people on 3 channels.
Because I can't imagine. I'm glad you didn't try this. I can't imagine going around and counting how many people are in Dark Zone in that first hour.
Hello, friend.
Oh no, I need a week to figure that out.
Fare thee well.
I've already started
Because
counting.
they're all grouped up. Yeah. What have you gotten to so far?
The first hour is actually quite a bit more than 2 hours. Which so maybe between the 3 channels there was 1,000 people in the first hour. I mean, that's a lot. Also, I realized your guys' math is wrong on that. So the 3 channels, it didn't extend out to like a 4th channel or anything like that. 2 of them were saturated, the other one was congested, and you still let people join it.
Yeah, I was able to join a congested channel in Midgardia earlier.
Okay, so 2.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be great.
That wouldn't be bad.
No. Like a sectioned off PvE. They tried to do that with the channel, but the problem is that they didn't. The XP wasn't equal.
Yeah. Well, I agreed
If
with
you-
more risk, more reward. I agreed with that.
Right.
And I mean, if you couldn't make it in time with your alliance, then you could go in the PvE one and get your cards and get out, basically. You know, stuff like that. That was fun.
Also, thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Thank you. And what server are you from, and who's your favorite character? Was that the
Favorite character is a companion now.
It's not. It's not big enough.
Yeah, it's not.
Bigger might be better. That might work. That might help. I mean, my biggest struggle with it is the time crunch. I think the time crunch is ridiculous. I mean, I understand I'm going to go into Dark Zone and I'm going to have to fight people. I can deal with that. I can't deal with it if I've only got 5 people in my alliance that can make it for that time slot.
Right.
Nice. And how is your guys' Dark Zone? Because we're just falling apart. I mean, it's not even about alliance anymore. It's literally every man for themselves, it looks like.
Yeah. And Devil, you're over 1 million power, and you were still hiding in a bush the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even participate.
No. I was afraid to come out of that bush. Good thing. I learned that from Fortnite. It's a good stat.
Gotta be a camper.
Yeah.
You weren't a happy camper, were you?
No.
I didn't. Oh,
No, because, Josette, did you notice that if you die after you tag a boss, that you have to go back
You
and
have to
tag the same
re-tag it.
boss? Correct. Yeah.
yeah.
There's just way too much going on. Yeah. And, I mean, as a leader, I'm not the leader, as a leader
Right.
in my alliance. I'm trying to minimize the distractions for the alliance so we don't have a whole bunch of squirrel moments.
I'm the leader, and I'm co-signing his opinion.
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't know if they actually understand that even though, okay, they're in New Stark City 3, that means we picked this time period, and that's going to work for everybody in that server.
I shall do my best.
No.
It may not be
Because
enough.
there was numerous of people that moved to their favorite streamer halfway across the world or something like that.
Yep.
So, it's not going to work.
How many people have you recruited just because of the stream?
I think the last time we was at 8 or 9. No, 8 or 9 people that came into our alliance. Probably 10 to 15 people that actually came from different servers, and joined our server because it just got along better than their server. Yeah. That's also the other problem. They decided, oh, I'm just gonna add the health to the bosses and everything else. Yes.
That's another thing I don't understand. So, they said, I want to get back to the original intention of Dark Zone. It's exactly what they said. Original intention. Quoted.
Yeah.
Okay. Which makes me think PvP, because they took the PvE channels out.
And they do.
So
they
why?
want the alliances to fight each other.
And it sounds like they
So
want
why
the boss.
are their most wanted targets?
Yeah.
And why did they increase the health on them?
Right.
That's a mixed signal to me.
It is. But it's now to the point where literally I can do 90% of the damage to a mini boss. I'm going to say mini boss. I'm not strong enough to do a whole prime boss by myself. And then I get sniped and all my damage goes away. That guy gets to hit it. That sounds right.
All you gotta do is kill it quicker. Come on, what are you doing?
They should have kept 5 channels. I agree with that. Nope.
But I really would like in writing what the original intention of Dark Zone is in their minds, because they're giving us 2 different things to do.
Right. Well, I think actually the primes and the mini bosses and everything were an afterthought. So if no alliance is in there, it gives them something to do. And then it turned into XP farming. It's evolved, and now it's turned into a mess.
Okay. Let's go back in time. Okay. There was this game that Future Evolution feels like a spiritual successor to called Marvel Heroes. And they had this exact mode called Midtown Patrol. There was no PvP in it. It was just bosses spawn, you kill for a certain amount of time. You're in this mode. You kill them. You can rescue civilians. You can do all that.
Right.
There was no PvP whatsoever in this mode. I don't understand why they're putting in targets, why they're putting in bosses, why they're putting in mini bosses, and then also throwing in PvP. That's what confuses me.
Right.
And there's, by them taking the PvE channels out, which they put in, they're telling me do more PvP. But the targets aren't gone. And the targets give crystals. I don't know. Because I'm not good enough, obviously, I don't know if a PvP kill gives crystals or not.
Right.
There we go.
What's up?
Do you know?
I haven't.
If a player kill gives crystals?
See ya.
No, it does not. Just gives you points.
Okay, so Drizzt, the intent was PvPvE. Right.
Right.
The map's just not big enough the way I'm putting things on. And let's be honest, it says PvP channel. People are going to come in and not do the E part. Right?
Otherwise, another way, quick fix. They make it special ops. And we're all on an even playing field. I know that would piss off their whales to no other.
That would be fine if it was strictly a PvP mode.
Yeah.
But with the targets,
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with those games. I would say that works. And that works in Spec Ops because it's a cooperative mode.
Be safe.
But with you fighting other players and bosses, I don't think that facing everybody down would work as well.
I mean, yeah, the other
Because-
biggest hang up in this is literally we do damage to the boss, we die, not get sent back. We die once. Your first death, you reset from that boss. So that damage isn't there anymore. That's not good either. So literally, I do all that damage. And it takes somebody to shoot me twice and then shoot the boss once. That's great. And then I get
Greetings,
nothing.
mortal.
Not because I was sent to headquarters, because I had to respawn. Which is another reason why I think this is wrong.
Sauce is bad.
But yes, the map isn't big enough. I want them to
The
take
map
the,
is definitely not
I want the
big.
pillars out of Omega War. Just annoying.
I hate Dark Zone.
We all hated Dark Zone at first. Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, it's gonna come down to somebody's gonna have to outthink it, outsmart it, move alliances around. That's fine.
That's what we all had to do.
Make haste. Good day. May Odin
But even if I find out that 11 o'clock at night is the safest time for us to go into Dark Zone,
I'm not going in at 11 o'clock at night.
correct. That's the problem.
I have a family, and I have a life outside of this game.
Right.
That if I go to bed, if I'm still playing at 11 o'clock at night, and I've got my full out,
Bye.
I don't go to bed until midnight. That keeps my wife up, who goes to an actual job.
Okay. And a bot. How long is a bot?
We'll be back in a bot.
And a bot.
We're gonna come back as an android, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, you're still a person."
Beep beep boop boop.
No, yeah, just go later. No, I'm not gonna go later. I can't go later.
20 to 30 mons. Awesome.
Those are Jamaican men.
Yeah. No, I completely agree there. Yeah.
Oh, I like the flag option. Like you could put up, "I'm here for targets"
Yeah.
flag or something. And if they're flagged for targets, then you don't get points or rewards from them. That's interesting.
We're killing them. Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
would actually work pretty good. Because eventually they would stop. That option's good. I do like that.
Did WoW do that?
Yeah. The
Oh yes, DC Universe Online had that as well. You could put up a dual flag.
yeah, I mean,
If
you
you
could
wanted
pick
to
if
do
you
it.
wanted to be PvE or PvP, and it's literally on you. I mean, it would. It's just like the symbol, the balance symbol, the skull symbol, or the
Right.
swords.
But
Oh,
you
reality.
can't tell what they're on.
That's all.
Yeah.
Stand
But you would be able to tell because of what we picked, which that would be smart anyway. I would like to make sure that my whole alliance is in skull. I don't know.
Right.
Sure, stuff like that, or be able to remind them, hey. That'd be smart. The other part, is that, what about the people that just started this game and literally can't get into Dark Zone? What do? When they just can't make it to that time slot, they just quit the game. You can't get to Dark Domain without it.
Because, right, when you get to 100 and you have to do the go to Dark Zone mission, if they're not on at 7 to midnight,
Right.
what are they gonna do? You want them to set an alarm? So like, oh yeah, I have to do that. I have to go to Dark Zone for 2 seconds
Yeah,
to get to Dark Zone.
explain that to your mom. She's already tired of you playing your game.
Because I don't know about you, but I don't do my full Dark Zone run in that mission.
Nope. I go in, get out.
Especially as a new player, because I don't know what Dark Zone is. So I saw it, they showed me the door, and I left.
Yeah.
I didn't
But
even
the
know what
thing
to do in
is,
Dark
yes, you've got those guys that they followed their streamers halfway across the world. Okay? So, great. Dark Zone is now, 2 in the morning to 7. That's wonderful. I would say that person's probably going to quit the game once he realizes he can't do Dark Zone. Anyway. Just that I think they should have made this a vote for Dark Zone on what servers wanted for times. Then you can't complain to Netmarble about it. You can only complain to your server. They picked the wrong time. forcing us to play at a certain time, I don't think was smart.
That's all you've got. My turn.
Even if they didn't have it all day, they just went, 2 hours here, 2 hours there, and 1 hour there. If they split it up, it could still be 5 hours a day.
They ever put titles for 105 and 1.
For what?
105 and 110.
Yeah, their collections, you mean?
No, titles.
Oh, I think so.
Thought they said 105 would have one.
Stand back.
I definitely didn't get a new actual title that I could apply. Because if that's the case, as far as I'm concerned, 100's the level.
Oh, I didn't even think
This
about
star
this.
set. Nonsense.
Does Netmarble know that there's countries that does rolling power?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Thailand.
there's some Middle Eastern countries that I bet can't even do it just because they don't have power during that time. Or some countries in Africa too.
Yeah.
Literally doing rolling power.
Hail, noble hero.
And yes, it's because of COVID. And yes, well, I mean, it's just poverty for that country. But you know what? They got cell phones. They play games. They need time away from life. It's an escape. Worldwide thing.
Step right up.
That yellow post is also bubbles.
Yeah, I know, but it won't let me get it.
We'll close out retreating Hanson.
I know. I could just go do it.
I don't think you get them from the wolves. So you just run back and go to the spot.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's escape.
I don't know. I just don't think they took in the account for the picture. Be right back. I gotta book something.
Fare thee well.
Is there anybody out there that likes the DC the way it is now?
Yeah. I saw a couple people in World Chat that were like, "That's the most fun I've had in Dark Zone in a long time."
I mean, even with the time slot and everything.
Yeah. I don't know about the time slot specifically, but they were definitely praising it. But that was the minority.
Right.
So fast.
No, yeah, I was watching the World Chat the whole time. Because I definitely wasn't participating in Dark Zone.
Move on some of this.
And then, oh yeah, and then I forgot. The whole overlapping Alliance Omega Wars. Why? Please tell me why.
They did the same thing with Omega War and Dark Zone in the morning too.
Yeah, but not the
You have to
Alliance
skip out
Omega
more
War.
of the, yeah.
Stand back.
No, I mean for weekends, we're gonna literally have to do DZ in the evenings and Alliance Mega War.
It's within like half an hour.
I mean, half my Alliance is still yet to get their 5 crystals just for the time slot for Alliance Mega War.
Participating, yeah.
Yeah, just participating.
Sad but cute. Who's next?
But thank you for Rosette for your comments.
You're
Go ahead.
yeah, that's right. I didn't even think of a flagging system or like a separate area.
Hail, noble hero.
Because before Dark Zone changed,
Let's talk.
we actually had community Dark Zone runs in the PvE
What aid can I offer?
chain.
Yeah. And that made
These
those
lower
guys
le-
fit in.
Lower level guys.
It just
Yeah.
did. They could participate, it was just in PvE. Well, that was a bad thing. That's not how it was supposed to be made. Yeah.
My turn.
No, that wasn't the original intention.
Yeah, we don't want people getting along in the game. Whatsoever.
Stand back.
Again, what I don't understand, and I know I keep bringing up the same points, but you already have Alliance Omega War, you already have Dimension, you already have Omega War. Why do you need another strictly PvP mode?
Because these whales need something to do. That's
So fast. So fast.
when they bought themselves out of the game, they need something to do. Otherwise, they're not going to stick around anyway. Why it's a huge problem for Netmarble right now. I mean, right now they got to figure out what's their next income they're going to get from Dragon.
Well, he's got to get Magic up to 2 million, doesn't he?
Yeah, but after that, what's he going to spend it on? He's not going to spend anything on the game.
No. And I seriously want information on if there's a bigger whale than Dragon's Whale.
Highly doubt it.
Every hero's at 2 million.
And I'll let you guys know. As far as I know, and I've asked him, but he's not a streamer. He did it for his own health.
Every hero's at 2 million, and the squad rank is 300, which I would assume is max.
Yeah, that's max. Yeah. He didn't spend money for like Halfcent did and DM and all those other guys, and no. This guy literally did it for himself. And I don't think any streamer can really beat him. Now, I don't know his gaming skills, okay? You might be able to beat him combat-wise, I have no idea. But I doubt it, because he's on here way too much too.
You don't. Skill isn't even a factor when you're facing Indro, because
Right.
you're obviously outpowered by him. He doesn't need skill. He can hit a button and one-shot you.
That's all you got.
You only get 3 to 6 dodges.
Yeah. No, the only reason why I had to have this discussion, I can't get past this, because I can't figure this out.
Actually, they're complaining about the Dark Zone not being open right now and not being
Right.
able to progress the characters. Looking weird.
Yeah. And more of these guys are going to hit this wall. That's. I mean, why would you hinder somebody's account that just started, you know, let's say 3 or 4 days ago? Now he can't progress in the story until Dark Zone opens. Great. A quick
And
fix.
Dark Domain is Magic's area.
Yeah.
That's where she's supposed to be. Storyline wise.
Glorious battle awaits.
Just wait till 3 hours before reset to do training grounds.
Huh.
It's 6 hours.
Sounds like a.
Gotta go.
That's a life hack right there.
Right.
That's kind of genius, actually. That's Superman with his good ideas.
I don't know.
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Think so?
I think so.
Did do a lot of homework for that.
And I didn't swear once.
Okay, bye.
I'm still trying to figure out how they wanted to get 16,000 people in 3 servers.
3 channels. Oh yeah, and in 3 servers, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what they wanted? They wanted to boost their population numbers.
For that hour?
They
Or
said, look at
for that? Oh my god, you're right.
look at how many people are playing on one server.
No. So, every game has dead time.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it as maybe they were actually saying that this was the most popular time. If they actually did this because it was our most dead time,
Yeah.
just so then they can boost their ratings in Google and all that. That's awful
Yeah.
to do to anybody.
Yeah.
Stand back.
They basically screwed over the original server
Screwed over every person
by trying
who
to
plays your game.
accommodate
Yeah, by trying to make
by trying to
them be on.
accommodate to the new ones. Yeah. How can I enter Darkstone to complete
Oh,
epic mission?
Yeah, you can't enter Dark Zone.
You can't. It's hard.
They didn't think of a lot.
I'm gonna plug your Twitch.
Yeah, like yeah, that's what he's talking about on his stream. Oh. Multiple facts, multiple things that went wrong.
And that's just a theory. I don't know if they're using it to bump up.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a valid theory too.
But if you got to think, look at it. You know, look at how many people are playing on one server. Look at how many people are playing the game all day now. There's no dead time in this game anymore because of the server merge. Channels, not server.
Oh, is it called channels? Yeah, channels. You're right.
Stand
Yeah.
back.
Or is it
Oh,
called
territories.
territories? It's called territories.
Dude. Also, the wrong sentence. It's SEN-SE.
Okay. How do I territories? Spell that for me first.
TERRITORIES. Yeah.
What?
Wait. Let me see that with one R, please.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, it looks better with two. Whatever, I don't care. It's world chat. There we
Yeah,
go.
it is too.
Welcome, Dark Child.
No,
How you
wrong
doing?
sign.
Thank you for the. I know it's the wrong sign. Whatever.
Oh,
What server you
Child,
from?
you like magic?
Yeah, you were on my server before. Yeah. So how do you like what they did with
It's
Dark
Bruce
Zone?
Wayne. What's going on, Bruce? How you doing, buddy?
My biggest complaint is they made us. I mean, they're forcing us to play the game at a certain time. That's my biggest complaint.
Darkchild 91, are you turning into a magic main? Is this the moment you've been waiting for?
Unfollowed me, refollowed me. I'm hurt, Bruce Wayne.
I might tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get my alliance to. We're a morning alliance. We really are.
Yeah.
No. If we need to do anything as an alliance, we get up and we go from 8 to noon, and that's about it. And then afternoon, we help each other a little bit throughout the day and stuff like that, but we're barely on after that.
Yeah, your Twitch name gave it away.
the.
Travels.
I mean, you're a whale. Okay. I mean, based on that response, though, other than that, oh, you're good. How's it affecting?
Yeah, let's get this from a whale.
How's it affecting the whale community right now?
What aid can I offer?
Yeah, the DZ. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're reborn, if I'm not mistaken. So you would know.
Yeah. Last time I checked, he was. Okay.
Okay.
No, and I can see it being fun and everything else. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, my biggest headache is literally the time.
You want some of this?
And the fact that now the young bucks can't. Yeah, there's not a lot of you. Yeah, that makes it a problem. It does.
Our issue is the time, and honestly, we're not
Yeah.
the PvP alliance. We're trying to come in there for the targets to get the crystals out of it, and we don't want to mess with anybody because that's not our thing. We can't go toe to toe with you guys, and we know that.
Even though they want us to, because I think it's some sick joke. Yeah. They'd like us to fight Reborn. We're not going to fight you guys. We're actually friends with most of you. Also, did you notice that if you die once, not go back to the headquarters, did you notice if you die, you don't get any of that boss if it dies
That's all.
before you get back to it? Yeah. Well, they didn't put that in the update, did they? No. They definitely didn't tell anybody. They slid it under there. But I don't feel that that's right at all. Okay, so you could be doing your thing and killing your boss. Somebody comes up, shoots you in the back, shoots the boss. They're both dead. You got none of it. That's something.
And it's not a
fair.
big deal. It's not a big deal for you guys because you got crystals for days. You could just.
That's
get
not
more
even crystals for
like
days. You just lost those cards that you literally was gonna earn. You just lost,
Right.
I mean that boss. I don't think they really thought that one through.
If these mystical
Are you guys
fires
also
are
finally going to do
extinguished,
something with
we
TS?
are all
Seth?
doomed.
See, that's TSF having.
I don't mean to call you out like that,
Get
but
behind the barrier.
these guys are a little lower on the totem pole. What's up with that?
Your sister
You got
alliance you
insight
left
on that?
behind. Yeah.
I know they're a part of your Reborn TSF. Yeah,
Well, they was
they're just
they were right behind you
they're
guys.
just much lower.
I don't know. No, and I mean, my whole thing is the average worker gets home around 7:30. You know, they gotta make dinner, feed their kids, something like that. Um,
Sad.
Dark Zone is not gonna be their priority. That's the whole big point of it. You know, I don't know where they pulled this little 5-hour section, but they need to. They could even move 2 hours of it in the morning, 2 hours midday, and 1 hour in the evening. That's fine. They can break it up, stuff like that. I think it needs broken up, or they bring it back and just don't do the ×2 thing. Fine with that. And I understand why they're doing this is because they want us to fight, and I get that. But
I wanna address something I saw in World Chat.
okay,
They're saying like, oh, this is very free to play friendly update, and I
it
agree.
is. I
With
agree.
all the login rewards and stuff that we're getting, we're complaining about one section of the game that should have been left alone.
Should have been. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with Dark Zone.
There was something wrong with Dark Zone because the original intention was off, which I don't know what the original intention was. It's, you know, we can speculate on it, but until they tell me
That's all you.
Right.
this is what we want from you, and we can do our educated guesses, and I think Drizzt hit the nail on the head. Is that it was supposed to be PvE? I'm sorry, PvP, VE.
Yeah.
It just it doesn't work that way. It's the smaller guys come in and get sniped by the bigger guys, which is how PvP works.
Yeah, that's long shot.
Yes.
yeah.
I'm long shot. Hi. No, shit. No. That's the way it's supposed to work, but we can't. We're not a PvP alliance. We're just trying to get in there, get our targets, which we can't do anymore. But we continue to die and have to retag, and it's not working. We're working with Legend Z, and if Reborn wants to hop in on this too, we're gonna work with Legend Z and start. We're gonna do 15 minutes of PvP, and then 15 minutes of targeting the primes and the most wanted targets with Legend Z to give us a fighting chance to get in there and get what we need, and a chance to get in there and get what they want out of it, which is the PvP aspect. And if Reborn wants to come in and be the third alliance with that, that'd be great. We'd really appreciate that. I know there's going to be, accidental deaths from
Yeah, we all
both
know
sides. Totally fine with that. We understand that we're going to die way more than you guys are going to die. Totally fine with that. That's a given. But we need to be able to participate in Dark Zone, because right now we can't even participate. Not just with time slot, which is awful for us because we're an evening alliance. Let me hydrate. Not only because we're an evening alliance, but because we're not a PvP alliance. Devil and IBTD and Ron Swanson, they're pretty high-powered guys, and Phil, pretty high-powered guys. But 4 people.
that. He does it when he's
Yeah,
excited.
I'll calm down. Okay, so what we're doing is we're working with Legend Z to
Give us a fighting chance.
basically make it where
I'll say it.
we're
I'll say it. It's okay.
right.
Okay, so we're working with Legend Z. We'd like Reborn to actually help us too. The problem is because we're picking the evening times, because this, whatever they decided to do. Problem is we need your guys' assistance on killing the prime bosses and the mini bosses quicker, so that we can live to the point of one life. That is the problem that we're coming into. And yes, I understand he didn't spend the money, everything else. But the thing is, we'd like to partake in it. And, I mean, I'd like to show that
You shouldn't have
you could be friendly with other alliances. You know,
to spend the money to participate in the game mode.
at the same time, our
Period.
biggest hiccup is literally the time. Okay? And the reason why it is because we can't have our whole alliance. If we could have our whole alliance, it would be a different story. And I think free to play, we'd actually pull enough weight where I think we could do it. Anyway. I mean, the only reason why
See, but
people can hit as hard as they
Go ahead.
can in Dark Zone right now is because it's one person at 2 million or, 1.6 million or something like that. I'm not that far behind you. But the thing is I don't think it's cool that they get one shot and then they lose all the damage that they did to that boss. At all. If you get kicked to headquarters, you got kicked to headquarters. That was on you for even starting that boss. Okay? But the time frame is ridiculous. Because, well, most of our server is morning server. Most of it. And maybe the other 4 servers weren't morning servers. I don't know. But hey, what's up, Logic? Yeah, that is the problem too. Yes.
yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, what's up, Logic? How you doing and everything? Welcome. Thank you for the follow.
Logic.
I mean, literally, my one complaint about DZ and what I'm trying to get across is they picked the wrong time period for our server. And I don't know why they didn't just... Why didn't they give us... I mean, you made us do surveys, you made us do all these little things and everything else. Why didn't you give us a survey to go, hey, this is the time period that we're going to pick? So then, Longshot and Logic and you guys can get together and go, all right, we're going to agree on this time period to this time period. Great. Because then we can't blame that marble for this shit. No reality.
Okay, so I'm finally getting around to your messages, Logic. So Reborn and TSF is in 1, Multiverse is in 2, and Asgard are in 3. So we're gonna need 3 alliances together. So if we can get Reborn in on this, we could possibly take over 1.
Yeah.
And there's no real good time to go in, so we're gonna have to go in. Like I said last night, we've got one really powerful guy that is lights off, screen off by 9.
2.
So if we could go in at 7 or 8, it doesn't look like it matters much in terms of time, which works because we're trying to work around this broken system.
Must we leave that accursed thing open?
So we can get Reborn in on it.
What's the matter, whelp?
The other
That'd be great.
asinine thing that they've done is literally made it where these guys can't even get past level 100 right now. That makes sense. That's perfect sense.
Lao Fei keeps his word.
He had better. Worlds depend on it.
Here we go.
I don't know. I don't really get on here and complain about certain things, so this is like my first complaint. Like this needs to be fixed. Type thing. Actually, no. I did another complaint video. It was the
It was the Blitz.
it was the first, yeah, it was the Blitz, when you could literally do 0 damage and get red badges every time. I actually proved it. That was fun.
We did it. We did it for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I did no damage whatsoever. It seems T1 is friendliest anywhere people actually try to kill crime state.
Yeah.
T2 and 3 are more contested.
I thought the same
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
So, and Darkchild is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And so he's got an ear
Sad
in Reborn.
guilt.
And I know, and
And
that's fine. See, the thing that I brought to Logic's attention, well, actually, I brought it to Drug's attention, and then he brought it to Logic's attention, is here's the thing. We could make these 3 servers still our server and kick out everybody else that was not part of the top 10 alliances when they joined us. They're just on our turf, even though it's not. I mean, it's literally what we could do, though. And then literally give 3 servers not a chance.
I mean, they're not willing to play along with us. so
They're
there's
not
no
willing to play
reason
along. They don't want to be friends with any of us. No. And maybe you guys have gotten a better vibe and everything, but these guys are mad that we're still free to play players.
And I honestly don't give a shit about people
There-
speak with Asgard,
Yeah.
Asgard Guardians. But as long as it's not us, totally fine.
Oh, these newer alliances,
Yeah,
every time we advertise anything like with that, we get pushback. I mean, it's,
We
Yeah.
got pushback from Gibbo.
we got pushback from Gibbo, but that was a joke. You know, that was different.
Yeah.
You know, these people are. It'll be fine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these new alliances are just here to fuck with us.
Hail, noble mortal.
It's been a dick measuring contest since the update.
Right.
Fare thee well.
No, we was hoping that we'd find more free-to-play players by this merge, and it didn't go that way. Okay. Whatsoever.
Krakoa's been hunting us down too. IVTV had run into.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like Krakoa. Go stick it somewhere. Yeah. Speaking of the guy.
So they're
Right
on
next
limit
to one.
too.
Yeah.
Did you get their Captain America? I got their Captain America Dimension Rule that night.
No, and I don't know if like the other servers taught them what the little skull button is, or if they even know about it, or if they know it exists. I don't know. I don't know. Right. But I don't know. I mean, my biggest complaint is literally the time frame that they chose, because the average American goes, I mean, literally gets off work at 7:30 at night. Okay, usually you're putting your kids to bed, doing dinner, stuff like that. No, I mean, the last thing they need to worry about is DZ and Alliance Omega War. I'm glad you overlapped them for some stupid ass reason, but you did. But the last time I did do one of these videos, something got fixed, like, literally a week later. Okay, so. And that's because I literally I was teaching everybody how to get red badges and not do any damage. And, yeah. I mean, and it worked for the last event, too. That was fun.
And let's underline this. Right now, in Twitch chat, we have 2 representatives from 2 other alliances that are willing to help us out to actually not play Dark Zone the way that you want us to play Dark Zone now.
Right.
Just to be able to participate in it, we have to do this.
Yeah, because it's still not going to work the way they want it. Just want us to have a full-out brawl and never get along. That makes it for a very miserable game.
I'm not gonna participate in that. The rewards that you're giving is not worth beef with other alliances. It's just not.
I mean, I almost got the title. Twice, I almost got the title. Or, Dark Zone. And then Reborn had to come in and double my score in a day, but we're not gonna talk about that. Okay.
Bruce.
I thought it would have been cool to be one of the first free-to-play people to have the title, you know.
I talked to Ward about it too. I was like, "Come on, man." And he was like, "I know, but I'm trying to get it too."
Because now free-to-play can't see that title. There's no way.
No, there's no way.
And then, yeah, the fact that they turned around and made it, if you die, you lose the damage on that boss. That's not cool. That's just not cool.
Because there's so many times when we got it by the skin of our teeth.
And then some little Spider-Man comes over and wipes us out. All of us.
Yep.
Use my French on that. I just can't believe they made it where you literally lose all the damage you did to that boss with your first death. No, right? No.
Yeah, I know.
We appreciate the support and everything from Reborn.
We appreciate you guys too.
I like power leveling you guys and everything. Fun to hang out.
No, that was the thing about it, and that was the mindset going into it, because we knew you guys were the top of the top from day one. And we were like, we gotta, if there's any way that we can help you guys out, because let's be honest, you gotta learn how to play the game sometime, don't you, Bruce? Right?
I'll catch you
So,
eventually. It's just gonna
yeah.
take 6 months, okay? I'll catch you. Fine.
Yeah.
You know. Oh yeah. So both you know. I mean, I'm not blowing smoke up my ass or anything like that. I do know a lot about this game. Why? Because I've played 75 days worth.
You want some
Please beat it. Please beat it.
stand back.
You're very close to that South Park episode of World of Warcraft.
Right. You know, I fought all the hogs for 3 months straight just so that I could. Got 73. Yeah, but I still love the game. I mean, 10 times over, I love the game. So, technically 9 times over. But Great game. I'm gonna turn around and make Magic my main anyway. Stuff like that. Love the update. It's very free to play friendly, except for DZ. And I mean, DZ isn't even free to. It's not
Yeah.
even free to play friendly. It's not even about free to play. Or there
No.
you, fine, Gisette.
Oh
There you
shit,
go.
Drizzt. Let's go.
So you started in the beta version, didn't you?
Yeah.
Make haste.
I always sleep 4 hours a day, but I do have to
He
stream other
legitimately
games, stuff
only
like that.
sleeps
Goodbye.
4 hours a day.
Nice
He's
job.
AFK farming.
Yeah.
Global. Oh, jeez.
No, I mean, I do love this game. I don't AFK farm that much.
How do you wait, Drizzt? How do you manage? Because I've been on since global launch too.
Yeah, I play global launch. I mean, that's why we're not too far away from each other.
How does he get 92? I mean, that's basic. That's 3 months.
Yeah.
Game's
I
been
mean,
up
he just
4
doesn't shut his phone off.
Oh,
And good. At least I know somebody I can ask questions. If I don't know the answer, I found. Who's that?
Yeah. Drizzt, is that a Dungeons and Dragons reference?
So fast.
The handle.
Yeah. Yeah, I do some AFK farming, but usually it's because I'm AFK farming usually when I'm streaming another game.
That's all you got.
Forgotten Realms books.
Hell yeah, let's go. I knew it was. This is the main character of the Forgotten Realms book.
Nice.
It's such a
This is your
specific-
first MMO game? That's. How do you like it being your first MMO game? I mean, you said you like it a lot, but that's. I'm surprised you actually stuck with all the grinding and everything.
MMOs are really grindy. Yeah.
I mean, that's the number one thing that most people get away from. Especially it's their first game. Oh, I hated it because it grinded so much, and then later you end up finding games that it was exactly the same thing, but you like it later because you know what's happening. Yeah.
I don't mind the grinding because I like the story. If it didn't have a story, I probably wouldn't grind as much. Like I was playing a rebuilt version of Star Wars Galaxies where they had like modified it to take a lot of the quests out. And you could just do missions.
Oh
I know
yeah.
I'm excited for the new MMO.
Did you guys realize that like the Blitz bosses got lowered? I don't know. Dorm, it's like 3 shots and his life goes away, and then 3 more shots, his life goes away, and then 3 more shots, you're done with Blitz.
I hadn't noticed that.
I mean, I knew they were gonna lower like the world boss.
Story Dorm nerfed as well. Huh.
I mean, I knew they were gonna do nerf the story ones because they said it, but I didn't think they were gonna turn around and do it to the Blitz ones. Dragon needs a nerf.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I actually just got back into Avenger.
I did challenge my viewers to go, hey, why don't you find somebody stronger than Dragon for me?
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do. Thankfully, I had Black Panther and Spider-Man to level up, so.
I don't think it is possible. And he said he wasn't a streamer or anything, so he literally did that for himself.
So I lowered up to 75. I think I'm gonna bring Tattoo Marvel all the way up to 100.
I actually use his builds as the meta for whales. There you go. There's your metaphor.
Who's in that?
Dragon's Bloods. You're a whale. Here it is. Here's the meta for it.
Farewell.
Free to play. I need to know your skills and a bunch of other stuff. But if you're a whale, yeah, there's your answer.
You're gonna want to be dragons.
Right.
Venture forth, hero.
Squad rank 141. Yeah.
May the bright lady be with
I don't know. I mean, I mean, what you're grinding for is builds, right? Like, oh, I want to try this like range Spider-Man build that I found, like drone based. You grind for that, right? And for me, you're like grinding to enjoy the build. Like I ended up building a repulsor Iron Man build because everybody and their mother does
my turn.
missiles, you know.
You want some of this? That's all you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross knows what's up.
It's just cool looking. Gotta get it.
My turn.
Yeah, you can.
You want
I
some
guess go into OLT and see if you can survive. You know, but that's really about it. And if the campaign was playable, you could go back and if it didn't like crash your game after you completed it, you could go back through the campaign and stomp through that. But yeah, there's no in-game content. But I got Spider-Man up in what was it, Glenn? Like 2 or 3 days?
Yeah.
And that was running the same mission over and over.
I mean, what time period did they pick for DZ for you, Rasok? Dark Zone.
We did your Dark Zone start.
Yeah. No, thank you for stopping in and everything. Thank you for hitting the follow button
Thanks,
again.
Bruce.
You know, thanks for.
Appreciate it, bud.
I appreciate it all.
And if you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, we're always here. What was hell? Your rush at work?
Word.
Are you done with work? That time? Nope.
It's 2 o'clock.
No, because I would be interested to find out if they actually pick different time periods for each server, or if it's literally 7 p.m. that server. I mean Central, because we're Central.
Mm,
That was kind of toxic. Just telling you. A little toxic.
Farewell. Farewell.
you can say autism. I don't know what 1700 means, but you can say autism.
1700 means how much they made in that hour. Sandwiches.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah.
how many are you supposed to make? Probably more than that, right?
$1,700 in sandwiches. If you break it down, they probably did 100. Over 100 sandwiches in that hour. A lot. She does. She has patience for me every day, Razak, and I don't have autism. Okay? I'm just got PTSD and a bunch of other stuff that's wrong with me. She's got the patience in the world for everything.
Yeah, it's harder to multitask. Yeah, that's it. It is rough to
You want some
have an employee like that. It's because
Yeah.
Because you're
No, thank you for
expecting
stopping
them-
in, Logic. I
Yeah.
enjoyed support. So
yeah.
I'm
And
here
I'll
for you
definitely get
guys.
you
If you ever
some
need anything, have any questions, anything like that. You know.
I'll definitely keep in touch with you on Discord and stuff. And we'll collaborate there as well.
I spend every day trying to catch up to you guys in power. So, yeah.
No, yeah, it's just there's an expectation that they should follow.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating when they physically can't. It doesn't have anything to do with patience.
Right.
It's just you just have to deal with that. It's an obstacle, and it's not
Their fault or your fault.
discriminatory. It's just right. It's just literally an obstacle.
No
That's right.
more time to spare.
I get
Let
that.
us make haste. Spare. Let us make haste.
Rostock, she gets a pass from me. I'm not autistic, but I'm close enough.
She's the most patient person in the world.
Legitimately, I'm close enough. It's not just legitimately.
I was just giving her shit for using the word. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. She
A
didn't
guy
use
who
the
has
R
autism
word,
is
so
the-
that's good. You know.
Yeah.
You
A
know?
guy who has autism is the best way to put it. It's literally describing what he has.
Yeah.
It's literally the best way to put it.
Oh, he can actually kill me? I didn't think he. Okay. I thought I was just gonna keep pushing through this game and not dying. Wow.
my turn. Or mine. Right up.
But no, going back to Avengers, I'm really enjoying Spider. I'm working on a melee build right now, but I saw this really cool ranged drone build that took out the OLT solo in 32 seconds.
Not too bad. Quick.
And the OLT is a pain.
So Mar.
It's the Super Adaptoid fight from Kate's DLC, but he attacks. At some point, there's going to be a bubble that pops up that you have to fight
Your
inside of.
end has come, Odin's
Oh, nice.
son.
It took me 4 tries with a level 313 champion level Iron Man on the other team that has actually run this a few times, and we still died like I was playing Rocket League.
Right. Go big boy.
I mean, I stayed up pretty well, but you know, it was rough.
Oh.
You can't even get through the campaign anymore because it makes game unplayable.
Right.
That's fun for you, I bet.
I pick it up every once in a while. when I
Welcome
get
to
bored.
Welcome to Marvel's Avengers, where everything is broken.
Still broken. I still think they just put out Spider-Man just because they were behind. Just throw them out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, because
Don't-
Spider. That's the thing that upset me the most because Spider-Man was announced before the game was.
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, we're coming out with Avengers," and guess what? Spider-Man's a console exclusive. And then they just ripped it from Insomniac and didn't even do it right. I enjoy playing as him. I think he's fun, but he's not what they wanted him to be.
Alright, after I beat Laffy, guys, I will end this stream. We'll go back to Pleasantly, free to play. Yellow Abyss.
Are you staying on
Yeah, I'm staying on this because I'm
Marvel? Still. You're so close.
right.
I'm gonna use that time to push.
Guys, this is so much easier when you have gear and everything. I don't even know what I was thinking.
Come on, at least try. Cute. Sad, but cute.
You guys ever seen Laffy in ultra hard mode? I did it. Oh, he finally killed me. Of course he did.
My hammer strikes.
The hell?
You have not won yet, little man. The cold still comes for you all. By Odin's beard!
So what is this, Sakaar now?
Loki, no!
This is the only way. You know that. Be a good king. My brother!
seek the World Tree Seed. It is yours to take. I only hope it was worth the price.
Very true.
Hello, my friend.
I would agree.
Farewell.
He's always played two sides of the fence, and that's, I mean, that's basically what Loki does. He'll be good if it's for his benefit. He'll be bad for his benefit.
This world was already broken before I arrived. Its citizens reminded me of a man I knew long ago. A puny creature who lived in constant terror. So I provided them a chance to rise above their fears. A place to unleash their true potential. A chance to be something more. Something...
Incredible! He actually made it through alive!
They may think themselves noble, heroes even. But there's one simple truth in this forsaken land. Here, we are all monsters.
Welcome
Didn't
back,
anyone
everyone.
tell him there's still another round? Wait, was that my job? Oopsie.
You haven't heard, Rasak? I'm bigger than the Super Bowl soon. There's gonna be more commercials than actual TV time soon.
And if we want to
Alright,
survive,
maybe that's a stretch. I'm bigger than the
What
Puppy
say you,
Bowl.
Your Royal Highness.
Puppy Bowl.
we need to give in to the beast within. Or be consumed by the ones around us. For in the wastelands of Sakaar,
Yikes, I can't watch! Okay, maybe just a peek.
rage conquers all.
Now, I used to love watching football, and then they poured way too much politics into it. I don't know how they've, I mean, how they've been at soccer and stuff. The real football.
There we go.
Hi there. Take care.
And I don't try to hurt anybody's feelings when we call it soccer. It's just how it is. Doesn't make it right either, though. Magic is not OP.
Come
Not
on,
much.
at least try. Who's next?
We'll keep trying to argue this with me. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, guys, I need to end this stream, get it over to YouTube, and then yeah, she's not OP. and I'll be right back. Literally, I'm gonna click end stream, start a new stream after I change the title. Okay. Bear with me.